In Adabraka, Accra. My name is Ajuatin Kramadom. Now, coming up, Media Coalition Against Galamsey calls for a declaration of a state of emergency to tackle the illegal mining impunity.
He needs to declare a state of emergency on the water bodies and around the water bodies. Those places should be no-go areas so that between now and before the next election, we don't die.
Meanwhile, illegal miners take over Densu River, posing significant threat to nearly 2 million people who rely on the Wager Dam for water supply. We'll hear from some state agencies calling for all hands on deck to save the country.
We should all come together, the politicians, the chief executive, the assemblies. Let's put our resources together. Let's put our effort together, our strength together, and fight this Potrasi issue.
Also coming up.
The SML revenue assurance arrangement is illegal, it is unacceptable, and we are assuring them that if they don't cancel it now, when the NDC comes into office, we will cancel it and we will recover the money.
Boku Central MP Mahama Yariga joins NDC's Oral Brigade group to protest alleged state looting as they demand immediate termination of the SML contract. Still in the bulletin, New Patriotic Party suspends 2 constituency executives in Wale Wale with immediate effect over gross misconduct. And later on the campaign trail, NDC flag bearer John Mahama wants the removal of all political posters from the district's road improvement program DRIP equipment.
MPP for Omojina as parliamentary candidates. Omodi omo poster abobo sanfidie no ho. Na me pesa me kache Akufo-Addo ne Baumia. Say omo ye president Emma Ghana nyina. Na sanfidie no enye MPP fidie. Eye Ghana fidie.
We'll bring you updates from the NPP's campaign trail as well. Stay with us for details of these and more stories coming your way in 30 minutes. Remember, the news is live around the globe on citinewsroom.com. Across the country, we are live on a number of affiliates. If you are in the Western region, this is Adwempa 100.7 FM in Takwa, Sky Power 93.5 FM in Takrade, Beach 105.5 FM in Takrade. In Abunu region, tune in to Greener 95.9 FM in Sunyang. India Shanti region, Focus 94.3 FM in Kumasi, Orange 107.9 FM in Kumasi. In the Volta region, Revival 99.3 FM in Tajevu, VOV Radio 95.7 in Hohoi. In the Northern region, this is Radio Bimbila 91.9 FM. In Upper East, tune in to Quality 88.7 FM in Garu. And in the Upper West region, find us on Tunsong 97.3 FM in Wa and Jirapa 96.1. Please stay for details.
Citi Prime News at 12 midday. Update you on all the running stories and connect you to the newsmakers.
We're grateful for your company. This afternoon, we begin on illegal mining. And the Media Coalition Against Galamsey is urging President Akufo-Addo to declare a state of emergency on illegal mining in Ghana. The score comes amid renewed concerns about Galamsey's impact on water bodies and supply. Speaking to Citi News Coalition's convener, Engineer Kenneth Ashibe stated that they are also seeking commitments from political party flag bearers to address the issue.
We would be calling on the president. He has to take action. He needs to declare a state of emergency on the water bodies and around the water bodies. Those places should be no-go areas so that between now, and before the next election, we don't die and we begin to get the waters at least, if not to recover, at least so that we can stop the pollution. So it has to be absolute. And in the process, we also need to be calling on the current presidential candidate, the former President John Mahama, the current Vice President Mahmoud Baumia, and then other presidential candidates that they need to support the state of emergency. And we would need Parliament to also back it up so that will be declared absolutely. And anybody who will be found in that in those zones that have been declared as for which the state of emergency is declared would then be dealt with according to law.
Ken Ashibe is also asking the Speaker of Parliament to facilitate the arrest of persons who are involved in the menace. Yesterday in Parliament, the Speaker, Alban Bagbin, accused some parliamentarians of being involved in the act, urging them to stop. But Ken Ashibe insists that more action is needed from the three arms of government.
We need the Speaker to convene, get the Minister of Interior to bring the IGP in and get these people arrested. they arrested, then the speaker can come and say, I have gotten these people arrested, and we've started prosecution. Where we have gotten to, I would urge everybody, and so the three arms of government, led by His Excellency the President, who has to be doing a lot of the work currently that we need to stop this. The second one is the speaker, who is also important, and then the chief judge. We've gotten to the point where they need to emulate Otumfuo. Otumfuo just did not come and say, I know that some of you chiefs. He said that. But beyond that, he's gotten to the point where three of his chiefs, they've gone through the traditional judicial processes, and they have been sanctioned and bestowed. So we don't have to just get the speaker also joining the likes of myself, who will be saying it. With his privileged position, we need to start seeing action. We are in an existential crisis, and we need to deal with it today. We can't wait for tomorrow.
Engineer Kenneth Ashigbe is convener for the Media Coalition Against Galamsey. Well, still on this, environmental CSO Arocha Ghana is mounting pressure on the government to designate forest reserves and water bodies as security zones as part of efforts to tackle the worrying illegal mining menace. Deputy National Coordinator for Arocha, Dara Obosu, says until the country prioritizes the protection of water bodies, the devastation will continue.
There is a certain level of accountability and responsibility on the leadership at that level to demonstrate if you either ensure that mining is minimized or there's no mining in your district or municipality, or you lose your position. And this is something the government, the executive will stick to. I think we can really make it. The president promised to do that, but we eventually realized that he was really not committed to that. Then again, we have not really implemented the recommendation that we need to make our forest reserves and our water bodies no-go areas. And that is how come all our water bodies are now polluted. We need to go back to the drawing board. There's a buffer zone policy. We need to implement that to the fullest. There is also the need to eventually, the need to start prioritizing the protection of our river systems, not only leaving it to Water Resource Commission, but a strong involvement of the police as well, where any infraction against the water body becomes one of the biggest illegal activities in the country, and then the police will deal with it.
He had Dara Obosu. He is the Deputy National Coordinator for Environmental CSO Arocha Ghana. Meanwhile, the Environmental Protection Agency and the Water Resources Commission have also raised alarm over the destructive activities of illegal miners operating along the Densu River at Potrasi near Chebi in the Buakwa South municipality of the Eastern region. These illegal mining activities, which include blocking and diverting the river's flow and using excavators, are putting the Densu River, a vital water source for numerous communities, including over 1.5 million residents in Accra who rely on the Wager Dam, at severe risk. Now, the Eastern Regional Director of the EPA, Felix Adowochi, described the situation as a national threat and called for an urgent need for collective action to address the menace.
I think we need to get the security agencies to come in, the police and other task forces that we have set up to come in and help the regulators to redeem the river Densu. Well, government has done some work, but it cannot stop. We need to continue. So I wouldn't say that we are not biting enough. We are biting enough, but we can bite and bite better. Because what are we seeing? This time, I use the word pragmatic because I want an integrated approach to the issue. We should not depend only on the government. The traditional authority, the regulators, the politicians. I mean, sometimes if you would remember this Konongo issue, they said the chief executive came and said they are going to dredge. And the dredging turned into illegal mining. So it means that we should all come together, the politicians, the chief executive, the assemblies. Let's put our resources together. Let's put our effort together, our strength together, and fight this Potrasi issue and save our Densu River.
Eastern Regional Director of the Environmental Protection Agency, Felix Adowochi. Well, the Water Resources Commission, which is equally concerned about the alarming turbidity level of the Densu River, says all activities on the Densu Basin is illegal. Kaba Abeka is the Assistant Basin Officer at the Water Resources Commission, Densu Basin.
About a week ago, we recorded figures of around 231 NTU. That's actually bad. Per the water quality standards, we should be, I think, 30 NTU, around the range of 30 thereabout. The Commission is worried and is putting efforts in place to help resolve the issue. So as we speak, we are together with our stakeholders. We are doing a lot of sensitization activities around that enclave. We are also we plan to establish local water committees and sub-basin committees, which will work. There will be an extension of the commission at the community level to support us in our management activities. We have also intensified our monitoring regime, both our water quality monitoring. Previously, we used to do it biennial, once in the rainy season, once in the dry season. But now we've had cause to now be doing it almost on a monthly basis, so that we are able to track these issues and react to them in time.
That's Kamba Abeka. He is Assistant Basin Officer at the Water Resources Commission at Densu Basin. Now let's stay on issues about water, because the Ghana Water Limited has refuted allegations that it embezzled $100 million loan in funds approved by Parliament in 2020 for the Techiman Water Supply Project. This project aims to expand water services to communities in the Bunu East region as well as parts of the Ashanti and Bunu regions. In a statement signed by the company's head of communications, Stanley Mate, it was clarified that although the loan has been approved, the funds have not yet been disbursed by the project financiers, that's the Exim Bank of Korea. Citi News' Kennedy Chumesi has excerpts of the statement.
$100 million loan was secured by the government and the Ghana Water Company Limited and approved by Parliament since 2020 for the construction of the Techiman Water Supply Project. Management of the Ghana Water Company Limited would like to state categorically that the funds under discussion have not been received. Management of the Ghana Water Company Limited seeks to lay emphasis on the fact that approval of the loan by Parliament is no indication whatsoever that such funds have been received by the government. As indicated, payments pertaining to the project are to be made strictly by the bank and not any government official. Furthermore, claims that no substantial progress has been made on the Techiman Water Supply Project to date cannot be true, as facts show that initial procedures have been carried out in respect of the project. The apparent delay of the project is due to Ghana Water Company Limited and government undertaking the necessary due diligence to ensure that all processes are executed efficiently.
Kennedy Chumesi with excerpts of a statement from the Ghana Water Company Limited. Let's move away now to other stories. The Ministry of Health has assured the public that the 40 elevators in Korle Bu Teaching Hospital's radiology department and maternal block will be fixed. Now, patients and staff have repeatedly complained about these malfunctioning elevators, which have been causing major delays in healthcare delivery. Deputy Health Minister Alexander Kwesi confirmed that the government is actively working on restoring the elevators to full operation, addressing the ongoing concerns about the hospital's accessibility.
From where we are, you do not want to cry wolf all the time, because when it comes to healthcare, we deal with confidence. You need to instill confidence in the people rather than running down the foremost health facility in our country. What is happening is that now when people are sick and you're referring them to Korle Bu, because of what they hear, they think that is not the best place to be. The chief executive told me, he said that they are also under request. I mean, there are technicians putting them together. Korle Bu is a facility that is constantly underused. You have people, it's 7, a very wide range of people. Korle Bu is always crowded, you understand? And if we are speaking as a country, if we want to think about it as a country, then we want to look at it from the point that if we need another major tertiary facility like Korle Bu, let's start discussing, because Korle Bu has been in existence for how long? What kind of expansion have we had? You understand? So you do not make this government look bad as if we do not care about the people because Korle Bu's left a spot.
That's the Deputy Minister for Health, Alexander Kwesi Akwa. Let's stay at the Korle Bu Teaching Hospital, where the chapter of the Ghana Federation of Allied Health Professionals has expressed concerns about the feasibility of meeting the October 17 deadline set by the National Labour Commission for concluding negotiations with the hospital's management. Now, this comes after the NLC directed that discussions be finalized following the professionals' demand for the creation of a dedicated directorate to oversee their affairs. The professional professionals had also threatened to strike if their concerns were not addressed. The chapter president, Dr. Francis Kwachi, in an interview with Citi News, urged the hospital's management to expedite the negotiation process to meet their demands and avoid further disruptions.
We met with management last week, and they said they will look at the process and the modalities and then get back to us. But we are yet to hear from them. So currently, the two of us, we are supposed to look at the current structure and the proposed structure to include the Directorate of Allied Health. And so that engagement is yet to happen so that they can write to the Public Services Commission. So far, I think that our expectation, we made it clear to them that by the October 17th that the National Labour Commission has given us, we should have been done with all the processes. But looking at the pace we are going, I doubt whether we will be able to finish. But
President of the Kolabo Teaching Hospital chapter of the Ghana Federation of Allied Health Professionals, Dr. Francis Kwachi Entry. This is a Citi Prime News. When we return, NDC flag bearer John Mahama wants the removal of all political posters from the District Road Improvement Program drip equipment. Stay for details of this and other stories.
Citi Prime News at 12 midday. Update you on all the running stories and connects you to the newsmakers.
Channel 1 TV is live on DSTV, GoTV, and HD+. On DSTV, find us on Channel 363. On GoTV, we're on Channel 117. And on HD+, get us on Channel 108. On a digital TV, run a new search. But take note that without an antenna, you cannot access Channel 1 TV. Channel 1 TV can be accessed on any free-to-air digital box, like the DSTV and HD+ boxes. Channel 1 TV, telling your story, empowering change.
Get ready for the ultimate battle of business minds at the Citi Business Olympics 2024. Join us for a day of intense competition, team building, and networking as companies go head to head in the various challenges to prove their skills and expertise. From traditional sports like seven-a-side football, basketball, sack race, and volleyball to unique challenges like tug of war and arm wrestling, there's no shortage of excitement and adrenaline pumping action. Don't miss out on this exciting event that will test your business acumen and athletic skills on the field. Date Saturday 28th September 2024. Venue Eden Heights Sports Complex, Wager. Time 8 a.m. Call 0558 973 973 for details on how you can participate and showcase your company's talents at the Citi Business Olympics 2024. Get ready to compete, collaborate, and conquer. The Citi Business Olympics 2024 is powered by Channel 1 TV with support from 97.3 Citi FM and proudly sponsored by Piva Beverages, Blue Jeans Energy Drink, and Bethel Logistics, experts in shipping logistics.
Citi Prime News at 12 midday. Update you on all the running stories and connects you to the newsmakers.
You're welcome back. Let's bring you some politics. Now, NDC flag bearer John Mahama has called on the NPP's flag bearer, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, to order NPP parliamentary candidates to remove political posters from the District Road Improvement Program drip equipment. Now, speaking at a rally in Yeji in the Pru East District, John Mahama argued that the nationwide drip project aimed at improving roads in all 275 constituencies is taxpayer funded and shouldn't be politicized. He urged the need to separate government initiatives from party campaigning.
Omo poster bobo sanfidie no ho. Na me pesa me kache Akufo-Addo ne Bawumia. Say omo ye president Emma Ghana nyina. Na sanfidie no enye MPP fidie. Eye Ghana fidie. Enti obi ani kwan a ode ne poster ebekọ akobo sanfidie no.
We all contributed to the purchase of this equipment through our taxes. Now, the NPP parliamentary candidates have covered it with their posters. The president and Dr. Bawumia must remember that they are leaders for all Ghanaians, not just the NPP. This equipment is for everyone, not for partisan use. They need to instruct the removal of these posters immediately, or we will take action ourselves.
Flag and a poster ebo san fidie no ho na so mo an why posters name fi so a ene yankasa yebekwa akọ why ama omo.
Flag bearer of the opposition National Democratic Congress John Dramani Mahama still on the campaign trail. NPP flag bearer Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia says Ghana will benefit from continued governance of the party. Now campaigning at Kaneshi Market in Okankwe South constituency, Dr. Bawumia highlighted policies aimed at improving Ghanaians' lives and boosting businesses. These, he says, include tax reforms, an SME bank, a women's trade empowerment fund, and youth employment initiatives. Dr. Bawumia presented these as tailored solutions to address the needs of Ghanaians, stressing the party's commitment to economic growth and job creation.
Port hono yebesisa import duty regime no port ho yebi flat tax in cities cities.
We are bringing new initiatives. We intend to reform the import duty regime at the ports. The fees will be paid in cedis. This is to ensure some predictability. We are also going to peg the import duties to that of Togo, either lower or same level.
Togo import duty, Ghana import duty will be lower or the same as Togo import duty. Yes, Sano. Yadi new bank bank.
We will institute an SME bank and a women trade empowerment fund to support businesses.
Meanwhile, Dr. Bawumia has asserted that a free senior high school policy has improved the quality of secondary education, contrary to disbelief by the National Democratic Congress. According to him, the policy was criticized by the NDC for fear of it reducing the quality of education. But he says Ghana has recorded an increase in the percentage of students who pass the WASSCE exams compared to the period before the free senior high school. And this, he says, is a testament of the quality of education.
We have achieved gender parity in our senior high schools. Some had concerns that the free senior high school policy would affect the quality of education, but the results from WASSCE have proven otherwise. The top 3 students in WASSCE were all Ghanaians, which shows that our standards have improved.
West Africa, the top 3 students, all from Ghana.
Flag bearer of the NPP, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, will stay with the party because 2 constituency executives in Wale in the Northeast region have been suspended for gross misconduct. A party member was also suspended. Now, all 3 have been ordered to submit party materials pending further investigations. Now, Regional Chairman Hussein Nuruddin issued the suspension letter to the affected persons. This act follows a recent Tamale High Court ruling that ordered a rerun of the Wale constituency parliamentary primary due to electoral irregularities. From the MPP, we move to the CPP because members of the party are currently voting across the country to elect their presidential candidate for the upcoming December elections. The contest is between Nana Akosua Frimpong Sapon Kumakuma, a former chairperson of the party, and Frimpong Yawanochi, a legal practitioner and historian. In the Ashanti region, over 400 delegates are participating in this election. Ashanti Regional Chairman of the CPP, Gallo Emmanuel, has called on all party members to unite and support whoever emerges as winner of the contest.
The party has been suffering from so many things. Over the years, you go in for elections, after one person winning, the next thing that you see is that the others who contested decide not to follow for campaign. Those things is not happening in the party. We have advised them, and we know that just after the election, whosoever wins is the CPP that have won, and that whosoever loses is the CPP that you have to come and follow, so that together we will all push the CPP to victory 2024. There are others who are saying that, the time is too late. The good thing is that we are at the peak of campaign 2024 and taking all things serious today, doing the do, and that having our flag bearer today and the party machinery moving every corner, I believe Ghanaians are going to take us serious and listen. The good thing about the CPP is that CPP is a household name known to all Ghanaians because the founder of CPP is also the founder of this nation of ours. And a nation becomes strong when there are people in.
Ashanti Regional Chairman of the Convention People's Party, Gallo Emmanuel. Now, some members of the National Democratic Congress Youth Wing under the banner of Operation Recover or Loot Oral Brigade are calling on the Finance Minister to terminate the SML agreement immediately. The group staged the protests at the Ministry of Finance demanding accountability and the recovery of funds they claim were misappropriated in questionable deals. Addressing the protesters before presenting a petition to the ministry, Boko Central MP Mahama Yarga warned that if the current government does not terminate the agreement, the next NDC government will do so.
The SML revenue assurance arrangement is illegal, it is unacceptable, and we are assuring them that if they don't cancel it now, when the NDC comes into office, we will cancel it and we will recover the money. We are very clear in our minds that this is not a revenue assurance arrangement. This is a clear revenue stealing arrangement. And we are against it. And so when the young people of this country, whose future is being mortgaged through such callousness, are fighting against such arrangements, we have a moral authority to be here to stand with them and fight this arrangement. So we are calling on the Minister of Finance with immediate effect to terminate the SML agreement and recover the revenues that have been looted by this company. Because we need these revenues to take us out of the financial quagmire that we find ourselves as a country.
Mahama Yarga is MP for Boko Central. Moving on, the Member of Parliament for South Dai, Roxy Nelson Dafiamekpo, has accused the government of engaging in a shady deal by selling off the Sagleme housing project to their cronies. This accusation comes after President Akufo-Addo approved a framework for negotiations with successful bidders as part of efforts to resolve the issues surrounding the abandoned housing project. Now, South Dai legislator alleges that the property is being sold at a low price to benefit certain individuals connected to the government. In an interview with Citi News, Roxy Nelson Dafiamekpo says the next NDC government will prioritize terminating the public-private partnership agreement, which he believes is detrimental to the interest of the state.
When they brought the issue to Parliament, we've raised it. And the company, we have since discovered that the company has close affinity with this government. The owners of this company have very close friends in this government.
But do we know the identity of the?
We have dug around the company. I've done a search at the Registrar General's company, and I've seen the directorship, the shareholding structure.
But what's their relationship? What's their relationship with government?
I am saying the directors of the company have close friends in this government. The business was not floated for other people to participate. They were carefully selected. Wow. You understand? The tender processes was not open. They were just unfixed. And we think that there's something horribly wrong with that. And for a government to do this 8 years after being in office simply means they are not committed. The government is not committed to practically giving effect to that project. They just want to hand it over a crony, a company that has close association with the present government.
Roxy Nelson Dafiamekpo is Member of Parliament for South Dai. He also serves on the Constitutional, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs Committee of Parliament. And on that note, we draw the curtains on today's edition of the Citi Prime News, which has been live from our studio in Adabraka, Accra. For more stories, you'd want to log on to citinewsroom.com. My name is Ajuatin Kramadomna. Thank you for your company. Good afternoon.
City News. We speak first. Reach our hotline on 0302 224959 and get interactive on Facebook, Citi 97.3 FM, and on Twitter at Citi 973.
Citi 97.3.